Okay. So I've been trying to figure out how to make a video. I've been trying to figure out how to make a video all day. And I really have no idea. So what I finally came to is that I'm really a streamer. I'm not a video maker. So I'm going to do this as a stream. So I just hit local record so I can record this in, you know, higher quality. And so hopefully that'll be doing that. I'm going to just talk about a bunch of stuff and on the stream, and then I'm just going to edit it together, I guess, and maybe add some background music, and I don't know. I have no idea how to do it, so hopefully all the jump cuts and the big mega cuts and squeezes and mixings and overlays or whatever that I'm going to use are going to help with that. I'm going to change views in the video. I don't think I'm going to do any fancy compositing in the post-production because I don't really know how to do it anyway. So a lot of this you're not going to hear because this is going to be what is on the live stream. And, you know, that's just fine, I guess. I'm not going to turn the chat on, so I'm not going to look at chat because I got enough to think about now anyway. So, you know, I apologize in advance here because I'm not chatting and I'm not looking at the chat. So, that is that. So, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of interesting because you kind of wonder, like, what Pewds goes through to. He says he goes between 4 and 8 hours of recording every day. And, that gets edited down into a 10-minute video. Oh, that's amazing. And, I don't know, since this is a live stream, and I don't care what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to go through it, and I'm going to put it into a video editor, and then I'm going to chop, 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 chop. You know, like the knife game song. I'm going to chop, chop, chop it into pieces, and I'm going to make it, okay, I got my mic closer to me. What I did was I just cut, you know, my video range down a little bit so the mic can be closer, so the sound can be better. Because the better the sound is, the better it sounds, you know, on a recording. So, a lot of this is very impromptu, and it's going to have to be because I don't actually know how to plan a video and script it out and do any of these things. So I'm just going to play it completely by ear and just see what happens. And I'll try not to bob up and down and touch my face and play with my hair too much. And hopefully I can cut that out, a lot of it. So I'm going to go between I'm going to go between this view and this view because I think I have like a way of doing it like that where it'll put my picture down here and then it'll take it out for the TV view, and hopefully I'll remember to use these keys because otherwise it won't. I don't think it's the end of the world if I forget to remove my face cam down in the corner here when I switch views. But in any case, I want to tell the story of an experiment that I did. Now, I would like to say that it was wildly successful, but it was only, I mean, I don't really know how successful it will be over time. There's only time will tell. I don't know if other people will follow suit and try to do the same thing. But I've been trying to figure out what I can do that's unique, that I can do my part to help PewDiePie. And one of the things that I do is I play old PewDiePie videos when I go to sleep or go on break or whatever. And God bless you, Pewds, for not striking me or whatever it is that people do. Because, you know, I'm just trying to do my part. You know, those don't get a lot of views. They don't get a lot of re-watches, but they do get some. And, you know, I think when I talk about old PewDiePie videos, how you should see them and see what he's like, and watch him over time. I think you know, I think I have something to say there, because I think even though I haven't been watching PewDiePie since the beginning, I have been watching him a pretty long time, and I do like his videos a lot, and I think he's really funny, and I think he also handles controversy very well. He's just an ordinary guy, and ordinary guys say things like with their friends or whatever, like every one of you does, even people that get self-righteous about it say bad things. And lucky for you, nobody's recording it, and lucky for you, you're not like the biggest YouTuber in the world, so that people can all point the finger at you and tell you what a bad person you are. So, even then, you know, he deals with it in a very graceful, gracious way, and I think he makes all of you haters look terrible. Even the big mainstream media, they just look like idiots. And I gotta say one thing before I move on and talk about what the actual subject of this video, quote-unquote video, is going to be. But I think I want to say something about the Wall Street Journal, which is that, and I've said this before on my stream, they talk about how, like, people that are on PewDiePie's side, they talk about what a terrible thing it is that they spent 3 months, three so-called journalists, which, you know, it's easy to find out who they are, and I encourage you to do so. I'm not going to do that now because that's not the focus of this video, but I encourage you to do so. I think people need to know who they are. I urge all you out there to find out who they are, find out what their history is, and if you're in the position to ask them questions, like if you're also in the media and you have media access, unlike me, I would have no idea how to go about that. I would ask them why they did what they did. I would like to see their answers. You know, I'd like to see them squirm on camera. They kind of deserve, I think, the same treatment like a lot of these people do. And but the main thing I want to say about this is that people will talk about what a terrible thing it is that they did, that they spent 3 months or so going through all of PewDiePie's videos and then cherry picking a few things so they could make him look really as bad as possible. But I think what's even worse than that is that, and what makes it seem really worse to me, is that after anyone, I don't care who you are, after you've watched PewDiePie for 3 or 4 months, there is no possible way that you would not know that PewDiePie is not a bad person or a racist or whatever you want to say, you know, or a Nazi, I guess. But I mean, the fact is that PewDiePie is a good person. All his fans know it. That's why he didn't really lose a single subscriber when all of this went down originally. And that's why he deserves to be the biggest YouTuber. And that's why practically the entire world is rallying around PewDiePie to keep him ahead of T-Series. Nobody really cares about T-Series. Nobody really cares, you know, about that PewDiePie is necessarily the biggest YouTuber. T-Series isn't even a YouTuber. It's a big corporation, and I'm sure they're just fine at what they do. I have nothing against them either. But what's happened with PewDiePie, even though he's not gonna, I mean, obviously made it clear at the beginning he was not gonna spend like millions of dollars promoting his channel so that he could remain in the #1 slot. Instead, this meme war just evolved sort of organically, and everyone is jumping into it, and there's a lot of small people like me jumping into it also. And I want to do what I can, and I'm frustrated that I'm so small that I can't do more. I wish I could. I wish I could get on. I wish I could get on a live stream and play World of Warcraft or something and cause 44,000 people to subscribe to PewDiePie. But at most, I've gotten him 10 or 20 subscribers at the time I've been doing a PewDiePie-related stream. So anyway, so the point is, these guys would have had to know what they were doing, because you can't watch PewDiePie for 3 or 4 months and not know what a great guy he is. It's just not possible. I mean, you know, his humor might not be for you. You might not be the kind of person that laughs at the kind of jokes he makes or whatever, but you will know that he is just pretty much an ordinary guy, and there's nothing nefarious about any of his views. And in the same way that you know, in the 1970s, the TV show All in the Family tried to bring working class trash talking into the public eye, so that we could say that somehow there's the same thing, that what you say in public and what you say among your friends is somehow the same, and it reflects something on you. It's a huge lie, and I think PewDiePie, by not reacting and apologizing in the same way everybody else does and not doing all the same things, he has actually put the lie to it. He's shown that who the real liars are you, Wall Street Journal, and Vox, and the Vice, and Vox Media, and by extension Verizon. So I think because you own all of these things, and so this makes you the bad guy, actually, the master plan bad guy. So I don't know what else to say here. I'm really going off on tangents. So thank God for editing. That's all I can say. So I don't know how I'm going to edit this mess down into a reasonably short video that isn't rambling and goes all over the place. But whatever, I wish I could afford an editor, but I can't. Maybe just this once, maybe I should work with one, because heck, I don't know what to do. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to see. So I've got a couple of views up here. I've got this. Let me see. How does this work? Like this. I can show a video. I can show a whole web page, and I can switch back and forth. I can switch back and forth between this and this if I need to show whatever. So, and apart from that, I'm not going to be doing any other compositing. I'm just using OBS Studio as I would as a streamer. And I'm streaming this now because I feel more comfortable streaming it than not. I don't know why. I mean, you'd think that'd be easier to not stream, but I think, you know, I don't know. I feel like this is better for me to do, because this is what I'm used to doing. So the fact that I'm recording it doesn't matter, because I'd be recording it anyway. But I'm also making a local copy on my hard drive so that I'll have the high quality version to edit, and I can dump it right into OpenShot, which is what I'm using, because I have all the free software. I've got Audacity, but I'm probably not going to use it because I'm just going to record. I've got a lot of filters on my mic and stuff for streaming, and so I'm just going to make use of that. It's going to record it as is, and maybe I should have switched to stereo, but in any case, all right, so now I'm going to get right into the news. As Keemstar says, I can't bring myself to like be overly silly, dramatic like that. I mean, that's why I'm not famous, I guess, because I really don't have it in me to be overly silly. But I mean, I don't know. I think I'm silly by myself without even trying. So just by the fact of that I'm such a lamer. But anyway, I don't know. I'm not sure where this is going to go, and I'm not sure what the result is going to be, but I'm going to try. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with the premise of what I did. So I thought, you know, I've seen some old videos. I have one of the playlists I put up is Fridays with Pewdiepie, and Fridays with Pewdiepie is on a playlist on PewDiePie's site, and so you know, you can just get that playlist and then play it. Sometimes I play it when I eat dinner and I leave my stream on, so I just put them in random order and I just let the randomly, there's about 100 and almost 160 of them or whatever, and I just let them play. Well, while doing that, when I was sitting at my desk and watching them, you know, I would notice like I wasn't subbed, or I didn't like the video, you know, didn't smash like on the video, I mean. because it's my my curvycom account instead of my private account, the one that I watch all most of my videos on. Like when I'm sitting in the living room, I don't log into curvycom. I just log into my own account, which has no videos on it. It's just a regular account that I use to watch videos or whatever. Anyway, so the curvycom account doesn't have likes smashed on everything and some subs. I'm not subbed to the same things on both accounts, you know, just like anyone would have. And so I would notice that sometimes some of these videos did not have 1 million views. And so this is the crux here. I should be flashing like this is the crux on the screen, like kind of a thing. But I don't know. But this is a crux. I just noticed that there were some videos that didn't have 1 million views. And, you know, they were obviously the really old ones that had fallen off the radar, you know, that aren't in the algorithm being pushed to people, and that aren't on any playlists or whatever, or maybe they're just the older ones, whatever. Some videos, most videos are on playlists, but Pewds does make a lot of playlists, and it gives you the ability to keep your videos being watched to some extent, because people will bring up the playlist and they'll just play them. And then sometimes you'll get around to the older ones. And I kind of like putting my Fridays with Pewdiepie on random, and then it'll just start with one and it'll go to another random one, and it'll just kind of hop around through time and whatever. So anyway, in the course of that, I noticed that some videos didn't have 1 million views. Okay, I mean, it's a strange thing to notice, but you expect PewDiePie to get millions of views. And so I decided, you know what? Wouldn't it be interesting if I could help some of these videos get 1 million views? Now, I don't have much pull or power or whatever, or prominence. My YouTube channel, at the making of this video, I have, I don't know, if I go to my commentary, I think I have, does it have, I don't even have my Streamlabs things up or whatever, so, I don't have anything up. I've like disabled everything, but as of this moment, I think I have I think I have do I have, yeah, so I have 165 subscribers. I'm just gonna flip to that briefly. And anyway, so as of right now I have 165 subscribers. It's not a lot. Certainly it's not it's not hard to get that. I mean, if you just keep streaming, you know, not everyone streams, so you gotta keep streaming. People will keep subbing to you a little bit here and there, and you can sub trade, of course, but if you do that, then you don't really get people that really come in and watch you necessarily, but you do get some. So it's hard, you know, it's hard to say it's hard to say that you don't, you know, you don't, it doesn't have any effect, but it does have less effect. And I noticed that in Twitch, you know, sub trading, it doesn't have no effect. It just doesn't have much effect. And plus, a lot of people that sub to you are kind of hoping you'll trade with them. So even when you get a random sub in Twitch, you sometimes get, like, it's just really someone clicking on your name at random for no particular reason, and then they'll send you a message saying they subbed to you and hope you sub back. And that's what happens a lot of the time, and that's fine. But, you know, it's kind of a way a community can network and help each other out in a way, and I have no problem with that at all. But anyway, so having noticed that some of Pewd's videos don't have 1 million views, I thought, well, what if I could do something about that? What if I could somehow affect that, or maybe just try to affect it? I didn't know really if anything I could do would help. I mean, I could comment on the older ones and make smash like on them, and you know, I could do whatever I could do. I could tell people about them. I could play these videos when I'm taking a break and eating dinner, and they would play, and some people popping into my stream would see them. And so when I have my full video view up like this, like when I'd be playing videos back, I would actually I have this thing where it shows the title, and how many views. And it's just something I grabbed from the view underneath. It's not hard to do, really. So I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I got this I got this thing. I kind of feel like I should I think I should like I feel like I should put like PewDiePie up there too. Like maybe I could maybe I could maybe I could make another I don't know, maybe I could make another object on these and put it up there, like because I have enough room here on the camera. I have enough room on the screen at 100% magnification like I've got here. I've got enough to generally put like I would have to go like add a thing like I'm gonna just say okay, I'm kind of adjusting my microphone still a little bit. I think I just turned it down because I don't know, I'm picking up my key presses, and I have a pretty quiet keyboard too, so I shouldn't really be picking that up so much. But I've got I'll call it logo, and this is really going to be the process of me figuring out figuring out um, okay, so that's fine. All right, I do that, right? And then I could so what I need to do here, since I've got like that that'll show there, and I can just alt this over like that, and I can alt this down. It's gonna help make it, so I'm gonna make it smaller. I'm gonna alt it over really first, make it as like lasso it as much as possible here. Alt this down. Got the little PewDiePie logo there, and I'm going all the way down to the thing, and I could make it, and so now I think I can make it bigger, right? Just by doing that. Make it as big as I want, like this. I could put that, say, right about here, like that. Okay, like that. And then, let me see, I can alt it down some more, right? I guess that's pretty good. How that looks. I don't want to cut anything off as far as, I'll just alt it. And that's a pretty good size. And that's where the date and Pewd's name and So this way, you know, we know that everyone like Pewds is getting credit for his videos, and you know, I mean, I already put the title in so people could search it out if they wanted. I wish I could have it in a text form so they could grab it as they play, but I haven't figured out how to do that, so I'm not sure. And then what I will do is and I can move this down over by the title like that, like this. That'd be fine. I can lock that down. That's probably plenty big, really, like or I could put it even under here and make it a little bit smaller. But I want it to be readable, so I'll just kind of put it like this. Plenty of room for it. And like just like this is fine, I think. And so I'll just put it like that. And then I can add a filter. And I'm not capturing the screen on this, I'm sorry, but I could be doing that, but I'm just going to add a chroma key filter. And then I'm going to use the key type of custom, and then I'm going to do select color. So pick screen color. See what I get here. This looks like it's about right, so I'll pick that color. Okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I can turn it down. All right. So all right. Yeah, I guess that'll work, right? It kind of looks okay. I can just do whatever color, you know. And it kind of looks like that would be legible. And then I'll do that then like that. So and kind of reminiscent of the MTV kind of thing, you know. Although the MTV kind of thing would be like in the corner, things would be all in on the lower left-hand corner. And this doesn't work. This won't work perfectly for all videos if the videos aren't of the you know, the 16:9 form factor. It will kind of mess it up a little bit, but you know, that'll be the vast minority of the videos, so that should work. Anyway, so I've done that now. Anyway, so back to the story. A long story, short story long, as you might say. Okay, so I will so here's the thing. I noticed that there were some Fridays with Pewdiepie videos that didn't have a million views, and I thought, well, what if we could get them to 1 million views? You know, so I started commenting on them sometimes, like, could we get this to 1 million views? That's not going to do anything, but I didn't know what else to do at the time. And then I thought, well, you know what? Pewdie has his main channel. Everyone knows about Pewdiepie, and he has the old one called Pewdie, which he has, you know, he's gotten back now. So I should look up and see which ones have less than 1 million views. So I decided, okay, what I'm going to do is I'll see how many there are, and then then I realized I'm going to have some trouble finding them all because PewDiePie has so many videos, and you can't, if you sort them by popularity, you can't get them all because as you scroll down, it'll only go through and sort so many of them, and then that's all there is. And that's part of why like older videos also fall off the map too, is because sometimes there's no way to just get them to come to the top so you can see them, you know. So I thought, well, okay, I know that the main view, the main video sorting view will list them all. So I'm just going to go through all of them, and I'll go through all of them even on both channels. So he has a channel called Pewdie, and he has a channel called Pewdiepie, and surprisingly enough, on either channel, there are some with very few views compared to what he has. Maybe he'll have some on the bottom of the list that are like, I don't know, they're in the tens of thousands of views or something like that. And they're not bad at all. They're fine to look at too. They're actually entertaining videos. But they're from when he was really small, and they kind of fell off the radar, and so people don't know about him. And people would have they would not necessarily have a reason to watch his older videos or even look for certain things. So, anyway, so I'm wearing my glasses. I feel like maybe I should take them off too, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter because even though I'm not playing a game, I might squint, kind of like Pewdie is doing in that freeze frame right now. And I don't know. So I'm gonna get to the meat of it. So I'm gonna bring up this playlist. So I'm gonna explain what I did. So I'm gonna go with the full web view, and I'm gonna go with the full web view, and I'm gonna look at PewDiePie's channel, and I'm gonna show you what I mean. So when you click videos, so you can sort by most popular, but you can't do least popular. So you're not going to get anything that has under a million views by doing that. And so you can search the oldest or the newest. And so you can start with the oldest or you can start with the newest. If you start with the newest, you're going to get the most. You can start with the oldest and you can scroll down until you can't find anymore, or until they won't sort the list anymore. It's the same thing with the popular list. So it does show, if you look closely, it does show like how many views each video has. And of course you don't want to count the most recent one, because if it came out a little while ago, it might not have 1 million views yet, but you know it's going to have 4 or 5 million views or something like that. And you know, a lot of Pewd's videos get, you know, tens of millions of views, and some of them get 6 or 7. A lot of his older ones, as they sort of mature and more people find them, they get 9 or 10 million views. You know, there's definitely a lot of older ones that they're definitely in the high views. So interestingly enough, if you sort PewDiePie's videos by most popular, so you get a I'm not sure why it puts I'm not sure why I put Scare PewDiePie free episode up to the top, but clearly YouTube is not beyond promoting PewDiePie's paid series that he doesn't get paid for, and but I don't actually know. I don't know what the arrangement is, but it seems like it's kind of ironic they canceled his series, and they are really, I think, populated with people that are craven and cowardly, and also actually bigoted people that don't realize how bigoted they are. So I'll just come out and say it, because I probably won't get like deplatformed at this level that I'm at, but it could happen, I suppose. But anyway, it's not like they haven't heard it before, but I really believe it. I think the fact that they pick people with certain viewpoints or whatever is just a clear indication of just how bigoted they are at the top of a lot of these social media companies. Anyway, what you can see is that the T-Series diss track famously is at 141 million views, and then for the years and years, his most viewed videos were his montages, and he had Funny Montage and Funny Montage 2, and they all get 60 and 86. Well, Funny Montage has 86 million views. And the fact that it's on the top of this list, these few videos that are kind of on the top of it's an indication that you know, I mean, he continued, like, obviously if they're on the top of the list, people will search them and they'll see them, and so they'll get even more views because of that. It's like putting your introductory video on your channel. If you put your most popular video up there, and then people will just watch it more because they'll come to your site and that's the first thing they'll see. So you know, but the T-Series diss track, B Lasagna, has, I'm trying to keep it family friendly, although I don't know if I've succeeded so far. I'll have to go through and you know, I may edit out a lot of what I'm saying. I mean, I will definitely edit out a lot of what I'm saying. But anyway, so so what I did was I just went to the regular view, which is date added newest, which is the default view, and you know, and I just started going down the list like this, and looking very carefully at each one. And well, first, I'll tell you what I did first is I started with the oldest. So I said, I'm just going to try the oldest. And I did this with both channels. So I started with date added oldest. And then, so there's a lot of videos here that are under 1 million if you go with the oldest ones. But as you scroll down further, there's some that are even, like, here's one that with only 284K. And there's some with you know, 500,000, but there's some with just a few hundred, 100,000. Here's a 90,000, 85,000. I found one with only about 20,000. I don't remember how far down the list I had to go. But as you start scrolling down here, you would expect the views to go up. But when you kind of get buried in the fog here, eventually you get to a point where some of them don't have a lot of views. And so these are just kind of the less popular ones. And they're still really good, though. Like I said, I watched a lot of them, and they're very entertaining. And so, okay, I said, I'm just going to go through and find them all. And it takes forever, because you just have to keep scrolling and scrolling. And PewDiePie has like 3,000 or 4,000 videos. So I just kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and adding these things to the list. And you keep going down like this on the oldest first, and eventually you get to the end where you can't scroll anymore. It just gets to, you know, it just gets like this, and you know, just pretend I'm not going to go all the way down, but eventually you can't scroll anymore. So basically what you have to do at that point is you have to go to you have to kind of make a note of the most recent or the oldest video that you had, and then you have to go you know, date added newest, and you just have to sort them in the normal. This is the normal direction, because this will list all your videos. So then you just start scrolling down and just keep going until you just keep going until you've got until you get anywhere close to how old the last video that you found scrolling in the other direction. And then so then, you know, so I just kept going until I found that. And that took a lot of scrolling. And then so from there, I just said, okay, here it is. Here's the last one that was under 100 or under 1 million views. And this is the last one I had on the list. So then I just started going up one line at a time. And this took hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. It took forever. Oh my gosh, it was just it was very time consuming. And so slowly going up the list like this and finding the ones that don't have 1 million views and adding them to a playlist. So so by the way, this playlist is called and I don't know, I didn't necessarily come up with a great name for it. I just this playlist that I created is called where is it? Here we go. It is called Because Pewdiepie. Get these videos to 1 million views. Get these older videos to 1 million views. And I got hashtag save PewDiePie, hashtag PewDiePie, and hashtag Pewds. I could put Pewdie in there too. I did, and I explained, you know, I put a little description about it and how I wanted to, you know, I'll read to you what's here. You know, you can read it yourself, but I'll just and so it says this video has got 94 views so far. That's not a lot, I don't think, but I've got a it says here because PewDiePie get these older videos to 1 million views, and then it sort of repeats the title. I want people to see this old content, so I'm making a playlist of all Pewds videos that have under 1 million views. Old and new viewers will find there's a wealth of entertainment there. I'm doing my part for Pewds. Watch and enjoy. So that's what I put. Now, in addition to doing that, then I went and I edited the entire list in the edit view like this. And I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I don't remember how I did this, but I don't think with this view. I think with a different view. I don't remember what view I used. Maybe it was this view. Yeah, I guess it was. I don't know. But I was able to move these around. How did I do it? I don't even know now. See, that's the thing. That's weird that I don't actually know how I did it. It just is. Oh wait. Does it say like on the? Where does it say how many views? Like if I like play, if I do the play all view. It doesn't actually give you the it doesn't give you the number, the views. I cannot for the life of me remember how I did this now. Because I did literally sort them all in order of most watched to least watched. So if you go all the way down the bottom of this list, and you can't even scroll, it won't even let you scroll all the way down. So like it takes you have to I've got it muted right now, but you have to go in order to get to the bottom list, you actually have to click on one of the bottom videos, and because it'll only let you scroll down to 200. But the very last one is this one, and it only has say at the time I think it had maybe 40,000 views or something like that, but now it appears like it has 54,000, but I could be wrong about that. I didn't document this. I didn't actually carefully figure out like how many it had or whatever. And so what I would do is I would just put this I would put this playlist up sometimes when I took a break or overnight sometimes or whatever. And here he is playing. This is PewDiePie playing a game with his friend, playing Fear 3 with his friend Z-Boss, which is his first subscriber and his friend back from before anyone knew who he was. And they used to play together a lot. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. He talked about, you know, he was there using his magical abilities to do things, and anyway, so this is his first video, and it's really funny actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, and anyway, so the point is, I somehow, you know, I'm honestly trying to remember how I did this. I cannot remember how I was able to do this unless I looked at I mean, if I see, I cannot figure this out because here's the playlist. Let me scroll back to, let me go scroll back to where I was before, I guess. So here, this is like one place you can rearrange them. And I don't know why this doesn't show how many views something has. So I must have like had the list up and been watching it, or had the list up somehow, but I don't know how I did it actually. And I created this list on February 2019. So it's about February 19th. So it's about half a month old at the time of making this video. And yeah, I don't know how I did it now. I do not know. I do not know. I don't know how I did it. So if I click the edit, because I can remove all this anyway, so if I want to, but I have this thing here. This doesn't show the number of views. Heck, I don't know. I do not know how I did it, but you know, I did arrange these in order. I do know it took me a long time, but I just can't believe that I did it like, and I actually had the videos but I had, maybe I did. Maybe I had to go through all of them and move them around until, I don't know. I mean, it seems like that would have taken me forever, but it did take forever. But it seems like I sort of remember finding a view that allowed me to see how many views they had. But maybe not. I don't know actually. Unless I'm just looking right at it and I can't tell. But clearly I was able to do it somehow. And I guess I just went through the list one at a time. And if whatever was greater than the next one up or whatever, I just kept moving them up until they were in order. So right now, they're still in the same order. Now, I don't know, since some of them have received a lot more views, it's possible that some of them are out of order at this point. But you know, when I go down to the bottom, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure how to. But this allows you to kind of move them around, and I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a better way to edit these. I'm actually not sure. Oh, I think so. I think because I'm probably not. Am I on my curvycom? Oh, I am on my curvycom account on this, right? It's not the regular one. So but anyway, there's almost 400 videos on it, and everything's in order of from start to finish, from most popular to least popular. So at the end, number 360 whatever is 394. There's 394 videos. So the 394th video is the least watched video, or was at least at the time that I put it on here. Now every video on here was under 1 million. Now, so one thing I did was I said, well, you know, I haven't looked at my playlist in a little while. It's been a couple of weeks. Apart from just playing it on the stream sometimes, I haven't really looked at it. So I went to the playlist, and then I went to the #1 video, and I thought, well, look at that. Okay, I mean, if you can see in the video view there, oh, I have to fix that. I realize I have to fix that. Let me see here. How does that work? I have to let me see here. First of all, the commentary view. Title and title's off in here, and logo is off in here like that, because I'm using the full web view. And then I think I have to add a hotkey to that, because that's another thing I want to change. So I want that to go on when I'm in the other view. So I better do that too, because I realize I have to do so. So let's see. Show Firefox full is going to be Alt 3. Show YouTube, show title. And show and hide logo is going to be the same key. So I want to do Alt 3, I guess. Well, Alt's not a very good function key to use, because there's a functionality for keyboards that if you hit the numpad, you know, it generates characters that you can't generate with the regular keyboard, and you can type in their ASCII code or their EBCDIC code or their whatever code that they call it now. They're multi-faceted. Everyone calls it ASCII anyway, you know, because everyone's used to using that term, but it's not really ASCII. But you know, when people say ASCII, they're saying it in the same way that they say like Kleenex is a facial tissue or whatever. So, all right. Anyway, so yeah, if I change this to this, then I get the logo and the title. And if I change it back, it should disappear. Looks like I got something to move around a little bit. Maybe I should consider that. Let me see. Here's title. Here's logo. Title is this. Yeah, I don't know how long that could be, but I went as far as the I could go like this, really. And then I could really put this down in here like this. And that's more of a like an MTV style of thing. Probably save some for use whatever. Lock it on like that. So that's playing. That's playing. Let me see. So what's the deal here? Did I squish that too much? I think I did, but I don't know. Actually, good question. Why is that squished down? Kind of looks like it's squished down. Head is not flat. Whatever. I alt that up higher or whatever. What's causing it to squish like? Is it oh, is it because of transparency in the, I don't know. Could be the keying. Anyway, that's good enough. I'm not going to all perfection. So now when I change views, that should go away. Give you the regular view. That'll be the title and the views and the date with chroma key, you know, on the logo thing. Looks, that's fine. Okay. And I like how Pewdiepies used to look that way, like to one side. It's kind of an interesting way to do the camera and all. He still does that. He still does that, and he does not looking straight out at the audience. It's kind of like he's doing both. He's kind of looking at the audience and looking at the game. It's kind of clever, really, if you think about it. Anyway, so the first thing I noticed, I'm gonna pause this video, well, or I can just let it play. It doesn't matter. I'll let it play. But the first thing I noticed is that when I went to so I guess I want to change to main view here, and first thing I noticed is when scrolling down, is so the comments now what if I go with this it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna leave it. So the point is, about a month ago, someone said, why was this just added to a playlist yesterday? And this is, I guess, about when I made my playlist. So I don't know, but why was this just added to a playlist yesterday? I'm not sure, like how anyone could tell that it was added to a playlist. This is something I don't know. I'm a YouTube lamer, so I'm not sure how they did that. But it's got 45 upvotes, and of course my comments are on top, but the main thing is if you sort by newest first, you kind of see yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'm so, you know, if you kind of scroll down to about a month, you'll see, like, some guy was saying, you know, why was this playlist added? And he doesn't know, like, why. He says, like, he thinks, I guess Felix is trying to make his older videos easier to find since people complain about missing the old Pewdiepie. But that's not actually what happened. It was because I created a playlist, I guess. But I don't know how they would know that, or or how many. So maybe Felix did something at the same time. I don't know. I'm actually not sure. So in any case, as I'm scrolling down here, yeah, as I'm scrolling down here, I'm looking at this, right? I can make it big, sort of, but anyway, the point is people are talking about it, and evidently on this video or on some other video, I happened to comment that I was trying to get these videos to 1 million, and I started getting some comments on it. And I noticed that I got some today, and then I thought, well, isn't that strange? And so maybe, and then when I actually looked at the current video, lo and behold, it's over 1 million views already. So I don't know. I don't want to take credit for that. I don't think that's entirely it. But evidently, PewDiePie's videos got some kind of bump based on that I added them to a playlist. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know very much about YouTube and how it works. So I could be just, it could just be completely my imagination. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say, except, is this like, this needs to be repositioned a little, doesn't it? Like, maybe, how do you keep it from snapping? Is it control? Yeah, it's control. So I'll put it just like this. That should make it where there's no, line under it like that. That's better. So all right, anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna say that's pretty interesting. So I'm not sure if I should take any kind of credit for this, but even if I did do something to help it along, it's mostly all of you guys out there, like PewDiePie would say, it's all you bros that did it somehow. But I did comment on some of the videos and talk about how I want to get them all to 1 million views. And so I'm doing that, and I'm not sure if I should like remove this video now or what. Like, I'm not sure if I should remove it from the playlist. I can do it. If I click to remove it here, I think, I don't know if that will actually remove it from the playlist. I'm actually curious, okay, because I know you can delete things from any playlist, but it doesn't necessarily actually delete it. I think I actually have to go into where you edit the playlist, and let me see here. See here, I gotta go here, I guess, to get it. But so yeah, all right, so let's see, where's my playlists here? This one right here. All right, okay, right, this is the one. I guess it did remove it. I guess it did. Okay, so all right. So what I just did then is I officially removed it from the playlist as per this video, because that's a way of it. That's like I've now inaugurated this list somehow, and I actually got. I actually saw one item go over 1 million, but obviously it was very close to 1 million anyway, so it might have gone over in its own time anyway. I don't know what effect I actually had on it, but 393 videos now, and so the one that is currently the closest to 1 million has 996,703 views as of this moment. So it's about 22 minutes long, and it's Shadow of the Colossus. It's kind of a fun one. It's a fun one to watch, and it shows his how he's getting into this next quest, to this next situation where he chases that big air flying around, lighter than air monster of some kind, and he's definitely got Shadow of the Colossus videos that have more than 1 million views, but this one is not quite there yet. So we're gonna say this one here is going to be anyway, this is a public playlist. You can go to my channel and find this. It is called Because Pewdiepie, get these older videos to 1 million views. And that's what it's called. So I managed to you know, I mean, I should be like Pewds and just say, oh yes, I did it all. You know, I'm just make a big joke about it and say, oh well, it's like the best. See, so I'm hiding my microphone so you can see my reflection down there. I didn't squish it, but I squished the rest of it. I guess I should squish the reflection too, or I mean, you know, I should alt it down. I suppose, right? So yeah, like this. Wherever and whatever view it is, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't even matter. You can see like I'm still like reversing my camera around because it's too confusing when I look at it to have my head not like be like a mirror. So I reverse it, and that means, you know, all the writing on whatever shirt. My shirt says "How do you know?" but I don't know why it says that. It's some old shirt that I have. And on my, I guess on my office view, the webcam reflection, I have to like undo it, and then I could alt this down to like, you know, about there. So it's, you know, but I usually didn't do that, so but I'll do it that way. That's, I mean, that's just for the purpose of this office view, that I have like a little reflection of the desk, and supposed to make it look a little bit more realistic. It's really just a picture. You know, it's a picture. It looks like a shiny desk, so I made a reflection for it of, you know, I got I enjoyed making this. I had a friend help me, Skirmy on Twitch. He's really good with Photoshop, and he just cut this desk in half, and then cut it in two pieces around the laptop and around all this stuff and over the lamp and this whole area here, and just cut the whole thing, everything the desk and everything on the desk, basically. And then this TV is just a composite. It's just really a frame that I got from somewhere on the internet, and just a picture of a TV, an old style TV, a little bit older style with a large border, and then, you know, just put it on the edge of the desk, make it look like it's sitting there on the edge of the desk, and then I can, you know, send video to it. And it's a thing, it works, and I've got like let's see, this is how I do it, yeah. And so anyway, this is now the #1 video. So And in the time, let me refresh it. In the time that I spent sitting here talking to you, maybe it has more views now. Let's just see. I guess it wouldn't hurt to refresh it and see if it's got, you know, 704 views or whatever. But right now it's the same. I guess I'm the only one watching it right now. But I'm not sure, like, after you get to like 700 and something subscribers or something, they change the way they measure your subscribers, and after you get to so many number of views, they change the way they measure your views also, or something. They have like another method of view measurement or whatever. So what are these colossuses, and anyway, why are they even here? Why are they in this universe? I didn't know really what this was at first when I first saw this game. I've seen it being played and I thought, okay, is this Prince of Persia or what is it? It looks kind of Persian. So I thought maybe it was, but since I don't know these games that well, kids, you're not aiming very well. Your reticle is not aiming up. But anyway, I was because this is 2013, it looks amazing, but I remember my kids coming over and showing me this game now, kind of in retrospect, on an Xbox or PlayStation or something. I actually can't remember. They brought whatever consoles they had with them when they came to visit, and they showed us some games. And this is one of the ones that they showed. So, and this is probably not even, it probably doesn't even have the details turned all the way up, you know. But when I bump this, yeah, it makes a little heart every time on the so yeah, I don't know. Can I do it like this? Oh, at least it doesn't put it where, you know, where you would expect. Anyway, so anyway, so I guess I don't know what else I want to talk about. I guess that is a thing. I've got this playlist, and it is and it's on my channel. I can put a link in the description, and I'll put a link to whoever's. I'm going to use Party in Backyard as the music in the background, because I think you know, you need to have some background music. So there's a lasagna related instrumental that Party in Backyard released, so people could make their own covers of it more easily. And so, and no, I'm surprised not that many people have taken advantage of it, but it's pretty cool. But I'm gonna leave it at that. And this is now going to be, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should include in this footage. I mean, I see. So what I covered is, you know, that I made the playlist, and then I checked back on it, and then I saw people were also responding to my comments and asking how they can help, and they thought it was awesome or epic or whatever. And I thought, well, I wouldn't say it's epic. I mean, here I am. I'm just a guy with 100+ subscribers. I doubt I can really have that much of an effect, but man, you should just put your bow on your back while you're climbing. I mean, it seems like you don't want to be holding your bow while you're climbing around on the back of a giant monster. And but there you go. Now you get, he had to do this so many times to figure out what to do. I remember. you only have so much time, and you have to shoot those little sigils that are underneath those fins that, you know, you can't evidently, you only have so much time to do it. It'll close the fins otherwise, and so yeah. Anyway, he's gonna miss one of them. He already missed one. It was behind him. Anyway, the point is that I made a playlist, and I want to get Pewd's videos to over 1 million, and it's something I can do. It's a way I'm doing my part. I feel like I've at least had a hand in getting one of them over 1 million already. So you saw which one it was, and then I deleted it. I'm not going to document the deleting of every single one from the video, or I might leave them on there for longer or whatever. Maybe I should move them down. But we know there are 394 originally, because I'll show that in this video, and that's a lot of videos, and I will just take them off the playlist once they hit 1 million. So if one of them does, send me some kind of a message or leave something in the comments so I'll see it, or respond to one of my comments, and I'm gonna make a video about this, and it's gonna be my first produced video. And looks like I got about 1 hour and 16 minutes of footage here for this. So that's it. I'm gonna hit stop, and I'm gonna stop streaming this and stop recording this, and then I'll have something to cut up. And hopefully it'll come out to some kind of coherent thing, because I really, like I say, don't know how to make videos. I don't know what to do. So we'll see how it goes. Bye-bye, everyone.